It's been 2 weeks, but we're here. A lot has happened. We're gonna get into it. First and foremost, since we didn't record last week, I know people don't like to waste their time, but I want to know how's everybody's week. I see you with the nice shirt on, with the top button up.
Yeah, man.
Is there a reason why?
I knew you was gonna ask. I knew you was gonna ask. I was gonna say, I'm like, bro, you gotta tell him why you got that shirt on, bro. But I knew you was gonna ask.
Yeah, this shit, yeah, man.
I'm a good boy, so I went to church.
Oh, you went to church? Oh, okay. No social distancing?
Not just so.
Just open up,
Yeah, all I gotta say is on no vocations, man. I can't talk.
Oh, okay. All right. How's the week?
It's pretty good. It's pretty
Yeah.
good. Chilling, pretty good.
You wear that shirt, I know it was good.
Must have been a great service.
Yo, I really don't like the producer of this podcast, man.
Yo, Ed, how was the week, my brother?
It was solid.
Yeah.
It was solid. Yeah, it was solid.
Alright.
Yeah, a lot of rest.
A lot of rest.
I ain't hooped this week.
Oh yeah, are you still young from that joint?
I am. It's better. I just was like, honestly,
Rested?
for my health,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Next thing you know, you end up with a ruptured Achilles.
exactly
don't want that.
for me.
Yeah,
So,
definitely don't want that.
definitely want to go through that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was solid though.
Yeah, my week was solid, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got stitches removed. Now I can plant my leg on the floor, move around a little. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we here, we back. Like I said, a lot of things to get into. I'm glad that you guys are here with me to record this episode. We got the intern.
I honestly don't know what we're talking about today, so.
Don't worry, bro.
They're calling me Bird.
Listen, I'm gonna wrap it up with y'all. I'm gonna bring it in. Got the intern in the back. Shout out Yemi. You can't see him. Yo, the Invisible Man. That's what his reference is from now on. Invisible Man in the back. He's recording. Brought him on as a part of the team. Really been doing good work. So I want to give him a shout out. Shout out to the YouTube viewership. We haven't posted an episode this season. That's totally my fault. And that is something that we will be posting soon. And shout out to the Spotify, fucking Apple Podcasts, Google Weirdos, all the motherfuckers that listen to podcasts. Shout out to y'all. We have a hell of an episode for y'all tonight. So want to immediately get into it, as you heard us singing before, Mr. W.A.P. Dangote. But
Unfortunately, we're not talking about African Giant today.
we're not talking about African Giant today. A classic album. If you haven't checked it out, you've been living under a rock.
What?
We are talking about Mr. Diddy himself.
Bro,
Twice as tall.
twice as tall.
Come on, I had this connection with Africa. I gotta connect.
This nigga was a fraud.
Can't
I'm
stop.
telling you.
Can't stop, won't stop. Bad boy.
It was twice as short as that one.
It's bad boy, baby. Hold up. So I want to just go around the room. But matter of fact, we're not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna tell people straight up. I fuck with that album, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm still listening to it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
facts.
be fair.
Same.
I'm gonna be fair. I'm still listening. From the listens I've gotten so far, I'm gonna say this: it's not even in the same stratosphere as African Giant, so I won't compare it to that. And I feel like at the end of the day, when you have a classic album, the problem is you can't really follow up a classic. That's a tough task. It was a tall order. It was a tall order, and he needed to be 3 times as tall, not twice. So he didn't meet the expectations for me, just based off the listens I've heard. But I do like a couple songs on there. The Diddy influence for me, because I know we talked about it with Beyonce.
Told you, bro.
The American artist and African artist meeting and it not working. This seems to be a case of that.
Not it, bro.
So talk to me, man.
I just, and it's funny because, was it after I said that when I found out that Diddy was gonna be the producer of the album? I'm pretty sure I found out.
I tweeted, oh no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was after the last podcast 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Then I found out after. I was like, all right, Diddy's gonna be. I'm like,
I saw Diddy jumping around in the
It was,
studio.
bro, but it was just like,
Oh.
it was like, bro, where did Diddy come from? Like, we didn't even know Brenna and Diddy even linked up at any point ever. So it was like, bro, like, what is this? So from then and there, obviously, like, niggas on Twitter was talking about it, like, yo, like, I don't know, it might not be it.
Yeah.
So, but me, I had so much faith in Burnaboy, like, just because, again, African Giant, classic album.
And the features since then have been fire.
Right. Since then, yeah, exactly. I haven't heard a bad Burner feature.
In fact, sometimes I feel like Burner's the best part. A lot of times I feel like Burner's the best part of the song.
Right. So I had high hopes for this album, knowing that I shouldn't have had as high of hopes for this
Basically,
album.
not the expectation of African Giant 2.
Absolutely right.
Okay.
Yeah. But then again, like Kurt said earlier, I am still listening to it. I don't think I've fully read it through top to bottom just yet. I listened to most of the songs, but I gotta run it back a few more times.
So the way I listen to music is like I'm the type of nigga, I'm very, very strange. I don't know if anyone else does this. But like the first time I listen to it from top to bottom. Second time, based off when I listen to top to bottom, I listen to a few songs that I like.
Yeah.
Third time, I'll listen to it from top to bottom. And then the fourth time, it's like now I'm in that stage where I'm just like, I know this song, I fuck with it, so I'm gonna play this shit on a regular. And then a couple weeks later, I'll pick up another song. That's why I don't want to shit on this album all the way, but I gotta keep it real with my niggas, bro. It hurt me when I heard Diddy talking about African tribes on the shit.
What do you know about
that shit on it, but you definitely fought on.
What do you know about African tribes?
Yeah, what you think? You're a big Burner guy. You wrote a whole thesis about this.
Bro, my nigga Burner, man, like Diddy wasn't in. Diddy was not in. So, yeah, like I was feeling like Handle. So, just like the emotions Handle ran through, you know, I'm like Burner, you know, is gonna give us an album. That title kind of like started making me nervous, like calling Twice as Tall. Like I saw this Instagram video where he's saying like Twice as Tall. It's kind of like, you know. Twice as Tall is like an African Giant album. I was like, ooh, Burner.
Well, I saw the animation for the trailer coming out, and I was like, oh, this shit look like if you ever seen the PJs, if you that old, the PJs were like a clay animated show,
Right.
and the shit looked like that, and I was like, oh fuck, this might not be good. And then I heard the Diddy news, like I said, oh no, but yeah.
Bro, so like, you know, I was running through those emotions, looked at that video, and I was like, okay, maybe, you know, I'm nervous, but we'll see. And then I saw Diddy on Instagram jumping
around with the studio, yo.
And then immediately
we doing this for the Grammys. I was like, oh no.
Immediately felt like this nigga to my right handle. And I was like, Diddy, what are you doing, bro?
I thought I was watching the extra take on the band, making the band.
And then
where does Diddy come from?
And then the first track. So the thing with Diddy is like, I think he was so excited that he couldn't stay in the background and shut up. Like,
I'm tight, bro.
You know Diddy gotta talk.
I'm upset, bro.
Diddy gotta do the victory talk.
Yo, bro, because I don't like, bro. I don't fuck with music. Like, you know, Burner's like a big Philadelphia fan, and he says like, you know, music is spiritual, man. It's, you know, I want to jam. You know, I want to jam. I want to like, you know, jam. Look at like, you know, kind of like the educative stuff. Jam to the beats. You know, have a whole groove. You have this nigga Diddy like talking on this song, like. If he didn't say anything, the song would have still been a banger. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm
Diddy coming in was
he didn't have to talk.
That was the extra 2 minutes I didn't need.
He did not have to say anything. like this dude ruined the song right when
we really shitting on Diddy, dog.
It needs to be said, bro. It needs to be said.
Bro, I love Diddy, but it's like sometimes. Bro, I love Diddy. I love Diddy, but it's like sometimes, bro, like you gotta stay in your corner, like.
Bro,
stay in your corner. Like,
2 weeks ago, what was I saying?
Bro, and I tell you this, I think Burner knows that's horrible. I think it's out of respect. He let Diddy say the shit on the album.
I mean, the thing is, Burner, in fairness, he's preached African unity. So even with African,
he's trying to unite
I'm not even mad at Burner for even like allowing him to produce his shit.
And it's a play for popularity.
Right, exactly.
But I think it was different.
Marketing. Listen, like that's all fine. I just want the music.
It's all about music.
It's all about the music.
Music's always.
Because the music will sell, man. You just have to make it hot and it'll sell. You don't.
Shout out Stumsy on that though. Stumsy on Real Life.
Big up, man. Them Stormzy.
London boy. London.
Yeah, real London.
Stumsy is Ghanaian, by the way.
Yeah. Quap makes sure to remind me of that all the time. Shout out to you, Quap.
Shout out to that nigga Quap.
In your face.
But yeah, but like the thing with
he does though. Say, yo, am I wrong?
No.
Am I wrong?
he looks looks like one.
Bro, what storms is real?
Oh, it's
Koju. What is that? Thursday?
Man, I don't know.
It's Monday, the same day I was born. So,
Monday? Okay. Cool.
Monday's Kojo?
Yeah, that's
Kwapna is Wednesday, right?
No,
What day is Kwapna?
it's Tuesday.
Tuesday, okay.
Quadra. But yeah.
Yeah. So I guess my feelings toward this whole thing is like, you know, it's a groove of songs.
It's a break.
Yeah, it's a, you know, it's your tracks that I'm jamming to.
Then he got a brick off.
Yeah,
So,
but
The Naughty by Nature should never have happened.
bro,
The Chris Martin song should have never happened.
bro,
The Monsters you made or something?
bro. The Chris Martin song, I get to play like in
Nah, it's the way it sounds.
the
Yeah.
commercial stuff, I get to play. But the thing with Burner is like, bro, we loved you not because you're commercial, man.
We
We
loved
loved
you.
you because you brought the.
And that's
heart
another thing, I'm
sound,
glad you
man.
brought that up. That's another thing too. It's like, I feel like it gets to a point where if you get too big, too commercial, the music starts to get watered down.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I like, and you know, because I think all three of us are Ye fans, so we can't talk enough about Ye, and that's why I like Kanye. Kanye had never allowed that shit of like, you know, getting his albums commercialized. Like he was like took into his hands and made what he wanted.
Yeah,
Even for Star, he made what he wanted. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Even if like people don't like it, he made what he wanted.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, I feel like that's
the scoop.
Poopity scoop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like he would rather do that than go commercial. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
He would rather like not say shit on a track than go
That
commercial.
song is really ass.
Yeah.
It is. And I feel like this dude was doing it to prove a point.
I was strong.
In the right setting, that
He's
shit.
trying to prove a point, like, you know, I'm Ye, and I can do whatever I want. But like, long story short, Burna, you know, I get what you're doing, but bro, we want the music.
Here's my thing. Wait, time out. How soon do you think another album comes out?
It's gonna be like a year and a half.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think another album is gonna come really quickly.
Yeah, I think it's in the next couple months you're gonna hear.
Couple months.
Yeah.
Really quickly.
Sure, can we get a couple stars deluxe, please?
I can see.
Without Diddy. Just give me the deluxe.
Alright, y'all, this is the real version.
Yo, question though. Why is it only like rappers do that though?
What?
Right.
Deluxe versions of albums.
Well, this is streaming.
No other
it's a
artist.
streaming game.
True, but like like artists in other genres don't do
They
that.
don't do that.
It's streaming game.
Streaming, you're right, it's a streaming game.
Because think about it, right? There's certain songs like I know this came up with Travis Scott when he released I think it was Butterfly Effect on Astro, right?
Yeah.
So people were like, yo, this song's been out for like 2 years, bro. Why the fuck you put it on? By the time he uploaded it, that shit already had a star next to it.
Yeah.
If you don't know by now, the songs that have stars next to it means that they're really, really fucking
They're getting
streamed.
jammed.
And so therefore, if
Pretty much
that,
the banger.
yeah, I'm taking this song and I'm putting it on there because at the end of the day, regardless of whether you
It wasn't that song though. It was Wonderful.
Was it Wonderful?
Yeah.
I thought it was
Oh, Burna?
no, I thought it was
For Burna?
No, I'm talking about Travis Scott.
Butterfly Effect was out for like 2 years.
Butterfly, no, but Wonderful was out way longer than that.
Yeah, it was up there.
Bro,
No, I know that, but I'm saying,
You guys believe
wasn't
it.
Wonderful, I thought Wonderful was,
It was on the Traps mix.
Traps, yeah.
It was on what?
was it on,
Traps and McKnight.
Oh, wait, what album are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about Astro.
Oh, no, Astro, I think on Birds in the Trap, my fault.
No, Birds in the Trap,
Yeah.
Birds in the Trap had Wonderful, yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful was out another streaming game,
time.
that was it's all part of the streaming game, so
Yeah.
like, when you see artists like, Future or any, like, hip-hop artists take old songs that have been out for like a year and put them on, it's because they get their streaming numbers to look a certain type of way. Because you can go back to the label and be like, look, this is the number that I did, this is what you should pay me, you have to have leverage.
Right.
So for Burna, I to bring it back, I understand like he had and I actually like that song. Wonderful. I think it's called Wonderful.
Yeah.
On that.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's my shit. That's all hard, bro. That's all hard.
Yeah.
But like,
It's like South African sound, yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. If he kept that going, yeah, that's the type of vibe I was on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's the type of Burna I need for the summer, bro.
Yeah. Like there's definitely some vibe in the album, definitely, but
Not the monsters.
Like I said, it's not African jam.
Nah, it's not, and I think I won't say it's shit because it's not African
Yeah,
Giant.
yeah.
But I will say though, I'm gonna listen to it a little more.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because the other thing
Bro, he deserves that.
that yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing too that I don't like is that if you notice when songs come out
Yeah.
or when albums come out, I should say, right? within 30 minutes, someone already has a review of the album.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
That's awful.
That's
That's terrible.
And the sad thing is, it's people that have influence over others. Like, you see it on Twitter
Yeah.
happen all the time.
Yeah.
Niggas convinced me for months.
Like New York Times already, bro.
Niggas convinced me for months there were no good DaBaby songs on DaBaby's last album.
Oh yeah.
For months they convinced me.
That's cap.
And then I heard the album, I was like, yo, there's a couple good songs on there. And then you see Rockstar become what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And then, so like, it was just
That
like,
shit's so fire.
yeah, bro. And I'm looking at niggas like, bro,
It's
like,
fire.
just say you don't like the nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's what I hate about certain music listeners. It's like kind of like, are you a fan of music, or are you here to talk politics and listen to music?
Yeah.
You gotta be a fan of the music first. And if you're gonna be a fan of music first, you gotta jam to, you gotta give it its fair play.
Yeah.
And then say like, this is whack, this is hot.
And this is why I think
You know what I'm trying to say?
I will say though, at the same time though, and I'm gonna let you finish your point. I will say at the same time though, sometimes you just know it's on the track.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sometimes it's something.
So,
It's kind of like,
I don't mean to contradict myself,
bro. Yeah.
But like, there's no way a whole body of
Bro,
work.
yeah.
Like, if it's one song, I can understand, but a whole body of work.
Yeah, you can't tell me 15, 16 songs
In 30 minutes, you already heard every single song, you dissected it all, and you know it's trash.
Yeah, that's
wow.
Because the thing is like, it's the need to be first, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it shouldn't be the need to be first. It's the need to show your appreciation and love for the craft. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Love for
exactly.
music.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's like, if you're Russian, so people could read your articles and stuff, it's like, that's what I hate about, you know, like now I'm starting to love where music is currently,
Yeah.
because like there's a lot of power in the artist's hands. But before, remember when we used to listen to radio?
Yeah.
They would like spin a song you hate. They will play like
But it enough. Yeah.
You still hate the song, but you
Yeah.
start singing along.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm trying to say? And that's kind of like the same toxic energy that comes in this space of like, oh, yeah, 30 minutes, we were ready to put out a review. It's like, bro,
How, bro?
how?
Like, sometimes I'll be reading, like, I'm weird, like, I'll be reading Apple Music reviews, Spotify reviews, and so, like, if you click on the album information, I read that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, if it's an artist I like, they be like, yeah, like, words like this part of the song and everything. And they'll tell you within that sometimes, like, yeah, he definitely missed the mark on this. Like, bro, this shit just came out, bro. Like, unless of course, and I could be wrong about this, they listened to it way before us, and they've had a chance to really digest it, and then they gave their review. So if you do that, then, you know, hey, you just think it's trash.
But
Bygone be bygone.
But even still, like, I think you need like a good month, man. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, you need a good month. Like,
Yeah.
you need a good month to just bump the album. And just like, you know, I feel like you know the bangers and all that stuff, but the thing is like when you give it that time to develop, and if it's trash, they won't grow.
Yeah, I was reading something, and like, I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, so I look into like his work and everything like that. Did you know they mixed Billie Jean's 91 times before they finally picked?
Yeah,
like,
I did read that.
I know that.
the second version. So like that's the type of work that they do. Is like back then. It's like, yo, like, to really get the most out of music. Yo, Thriller's talked about like, yo, Thriller's a classic album and is this that. Thriller's only 9 songs. You know how many songs they recorded? They recorded like over 300 songs for a 9-song album.
Yeah, to mix and master. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot of work.
For that amount of, bro, they slept in the studio for that shit, and then for somebody in 30 minutes to just be like, yo, this shit's trash. What the fuck?
I'll smack niggas.
Yeah. Like, that shit is crazy to me. Like, that's why I'm like, yo, I'm gonna wait and see what this album, see if it's
that's
those
what music is. And the thing is, like, I'll tell you this, like, when you listen to, like, you know, like, music does a lot of different things, right? But like, there's some that are, you know, vibes. You just jam to it, comes out, it's like, fuck, this is my shit. You don't even listen to lyrics because it's like, it's that hard. You know what I'm trying to say? But there's like definitely music that when you sit with for a long time, you start hearing things that you've not heard before. Like there are things that are there, certain sounds that you start to hear for the first time after you sit with it for a while.
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like you miss all that stuff. Like you listen to that in 30 minutes, bro.
What system?
What
saying,
speakers, bro?
You listen to music on says a lot.
You're talking about your approach to listening to music.
Yeah.
My approach to listening to music is like I try to like jam to it first. I don't even like go for the lyrics.
Yeah.
I try to jam.
I'm a
to it
words
first.
nigga, so like, yeah.
Oh, I'm a words dude too. I'm all about the lyrics. But the thing is like first, you know, I try to see it sonically. I'll play, you know, my AirPods because that's where I notice, you know, it could play good sounds, but not that much. I transfer over to my Bose, like headsets, listen to that now.
We're running an advertisement.
Facts.
Then my Bose,
Cut the check.
my Bose speakers, bro, he's serious. Cut the check. My Bose speakers, then I play it in my car. You know what I'm trying to say? And I ride around and stuff like that. And it's kind of like you start to pick up like different
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So for dudes to be like, oh, I listened to this in 30 minutes, and like, it's like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro.
Man.
Bro, shut the fuck up. Let
So-
me enjoy the music.
But one thing we universally agreed on: Diddy don't ever get on any Africans. But you know, Burna, I'm gonna listen to the album some more. Shout out to Burna. It's always gonna be love. I still think he's the best African artist out right now. That's my opinion. And I rock with Burna. We're gonna keep rocking with Burna. And anyone else have any final takes on that?
That's it. That's it.
So just staying on the music note, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, let's talk about it. So I, for one, have still not seen the video. I've seen bits and pieces, obviously. Twitter, make sure you see it. A couple things I want to point out real quick. The dumbest shit ever is that people are petitioning for Kylie Jenner.
Oh yeah.
During a fucking pandemic and an election season.
They're wild. Man.
Y'all niggas is just irresponsible as fuck.
Nigga said irresponsible.
Yeah,
The number two thing, they look great. Both the women look great in the video. Nice, respectable young women that are successful, and I'm happy about that. And the third thing I want to point out, it seems like there was a lot of male hip hop artists that were kind of shitting on wet ass pussy.
Is that what W.A.P stands for?
Yes, WAP is wet ass pussy. That is what WAP is. Put it here, wet ass pussy. Hey.
It's not him that said it. They said it.
That's what WAP stands
what it
for.
is.
So I just want to get your thoughts in terms of like, what do you guys feel about like Juicy J came out and was like, yo, like this is like so degrading, demoralizing, like females talking about wet pussies and shit like
There's
that.
no way Juicy J should be talking.
Juicy is just
like
Meg came at him, bro.
Bro, like, come on, Juicy.
Meg
I
said-
can pull up Juicy J's catalog of music right now, bro.
Yeah.
And it's nothing but all that.
Meg
Bro.
said
He's
some-
just talking
Meg
about
said-
strippers. Fuck out of
Not the
here.
nigga that did a slop on my knob.
Suck, bro. Facts. Come on, man.
But what do you think about that? Do you feel like a lot of women artists? Do you feel like a lot of women artists are catching flack because of like them sexualizing themselves and making that a priority?
Which honestly doesn't make sense. Like I just said, bro. Like
Male artists
male artists have been doing it for.
But it seems like niggas are trying to be like pretty much like, yo, female artists don't even really be putting the pen to the pad. Like they're not really lyricists. All they do is talking about their vagina and having sex and everything like that.
A lot of artists now, some hip hop artists don't be putting the pen to the pad anyway. So like
you got niggas like Candy.
some of my like you know some of your favorite artists aren't really like doing that shit anyway. So they're talking about the same shit every time in their songs, like you know copper rollies and you know driving Bentegas or whatever. So put my mama in Bentayga, bro. Like I fuck with Roddy, but this nigga said that shit like 4 times in like one song, bro.
Yo, this has been my summer of this is just a side note. This has been my summer of getting put on with Roddy Ricch.
No, Roddy Ricch is tough.
Roddy Ricch is tough. Bangers.
But yeah, no, it doesn't make sense to me. I think it's totally fine if women want to, you know, sexualize themselves in that way. I'm for it. I'm here for the wet ass pussy.
Oh my God.
I'm all for it.
So wet ass pussy lives matter?
Yes, sir. All pussy lives matter.
WAP lives matter. WAP lives matter.
Bro.
I'm here for it. So yeah, fuck whatever Juicy J talking about or whatever other niggas talking about. If they want to shake their ass in a music video,
well, it's clear. It's clear one thing. It's clear that whatever happened between Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion, Kylie Jenner was not a part of, because Kylie was invited to the video.
Yeah.
Now.
Shout out to Tory.
Oh my God. Now, I guess my other question is like, what do you guys think of like people just coming for Kylie?
Kylie,
I see why.
Why? That's what I want to know.
Bro, cause she's white, bro. Like, nigga, like she's white.
I feel like if Becky Crocker was there, it wouldn't be an issue.
Nah, but it's like, if we're talking about, bro, the music.
Niggas listen to Becky Crocker. Try it up. Gideon's money,
Bro,
Becky Crocker.
oh, bro, the music video is, you have Meg Thee Stallion and
Shout out
Cardi B, bro. Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B, like, if we're talking about women just being sexualized in hip hop, bro, those are the two most, like, those are the two women that they get talked about the most as far as like their ass and whatever, right? But this song is supposed to embrace. This song is really like supposed to embrace like black women in a way, like in their way.
Are you saying wet ass pussy?
Yeah, bro. Yes, I am saying that, bro. They're trying, like, they're not just putting that song out for nothing, bro. They're putting that song out because they want black women to feel good about their wet ass pussy, bro. It is what it is. So then when you see Kylie Jenner in the music video,
not
it's
all
like,
wet ass pussies are created equal?
no, they're all created equal.
what?
So
What are you talking about?
What? No, I'm saying though, why does it specifically have to be black wet pussy?
Because they're black artists.
So
Cardi's in Spanish.
She's Spanish and black. She's both.
Oh, she's
I thought she was
biracial
Spanish. I thought she was straight.
No, she's not straight Spanish. No, she's
Oh, so
biracial.
she's black as well.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So here's the thing. I think the thing with Kylie, it's not. I think people feel like there's a black woman.
Trinidad. I think her dad is Trinidad.
Okay.
I think the thing with Kylie is like people feel like that the space of Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion is for black women. And you haven't like someone that's not black invade that space. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what the deal is. And also in the past, I think people are saying like Kylie.
People like Kylie Jenner, but they're like, bro,
I thought that was women's empowerment.
she doesn't have to be in this video. Like, she,
Yeah, they feel like it's women empowerment, but the thing is like.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, I get it. But for a long time, I think how people feel is for a long time, every other woman of every other race gets empowered, except for black women. Black women always get like shit on.
Yeah, for sure.
And the thing is like, black women are making a space for themselves.
Okay.
And why is Kylie Jenner in that space? And also people are talking
But
about
the
the
black
fact
women
that
brought her on.
was that
But the black
exactly.
women
But here's the thing. I think that's just a commercial angle that
it
they
was
play.
definitely a marketing play.
But I think so. People also feel like for like, I think Kylie has been accused of cultural appropriation in the past. So they feel
The
like
whole family has.
yes. So they
Think
feel
black men have braids.
so they feel like why do you keep taking up spaces of
Fat
black
asses,
women? And you
huh?
keep doing it, and now we trying to have fun of it here, and you're still invading that space. But
I just felt like the internet didn't think Kylie had a wet ass pussy.
Different.
I just wanted to know. The producer didn't say that. The song said that.
I feel like.
Travis Scott disagrees.
Travis Scott disagrees.
Continue.
But here's the thing. So my thing, like going back to the Juicy thing and all that stuff. Like, so here's my thing. Like, don't get it twisted. There are hoes. You know what I'm trying to say? And the thing is,
wait, we just go.
the Juicy J comment.
Okay.
The Juicy J comment.
Yeah.
There are hoes already.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say? So if they're making this song, it's not like they're creating this thing that's not out there. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
If they're seeing like I'm a hoe and I'm proud of it, Juicy, like they're hoes out there, bro. Like sit down. Like it's not like they making it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's like they create a whole new thing.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like if you're worried about your kids getting influenced by this, raise your kids. Like why you let them like
Cardi B
and raise your kids?
Yeah.
Raise your freaking kid. Because when I was growing up, tech drill was being played.
Yeah.
But I was raised, and you know what I'm trying. And at the end of the day, you have to raise your kids.
You never wanted to swipe a credit card on some church.
Bro.
Never you.
That's never me, bro.
Yeah, bro. Shout out Nelly.
Yeah. But bro, like you gotta let.
Nigga really swiped the card and showed us how to twerking, bro. Bro, I remember it being a kid like, what the fuck did I just watch?
You remember being a kid watching that? Yo, I'm about to phone your mom, bro.
BT Uncut, I'm like, yo, this shit crazy.
I'm about to phone your mom that you were watching BT when she looked all the way. But anyway, I think that's just what it is. You know what I mean? People feel like upset, like, oh, you're in our space, you shouldn't be here. And I feel like Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B are like playing up to controversy and making money because they feel like we put this song out and it's not the worst song that's happened musically.
No.
But they feel like we put the song out, it's gonna generate.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's possible.
Me, I like the energy
Yeah.
that comes. Because the energy, like, here's the thing, right? If you were around for the 50 era, you gotta understand, bro.
This is going.
Niggas, when a 50 song drop, you just feel like robbing somebody.
Yo.
When a Dipset song drop, you feel like just robbing somebody. Music has energy, and I feel like the thing I love about this, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not even gonna front. I would say 50% of the music I listen to is from female artists right now. And the reason why I say that is because I think female artists make better music than a lot of men artists today.
Okay. You put some context on it.
And I'm gonna give you some context. Like, if you talk about R&B music, like, I can name off the top of my head like 5 female R&B artists.
Name it, drop it.
Like Snow Allegra.
Okay.
What's it called? Summer Walker.
Alright. Tiana Taylor.
We have Tiana Taylor, of course. Janae Hagel, and I love Janae Hagel. There's like tons. SZA.
Yep.
Tons. Tons, right?
Her name.
Huh?
Her name.
Her. Yeah, there's tons, right?
I've heard some songs.
And I hear their songs, and I'm like, yo, like, I'm not gonna front where. But maybe this is just me from how I grew up, because I fuck with Janet, I fuck with Mariah. You didn't like those kind of artists with me. I think because of how I grew up, I was like, yo, like, these girls out here smoking records. Like, there's a lot of songs that are only hot that rappers make because the female R&B artist on it is smoking the record. Like, a lot of artists are like that. And for male R&B artists, I can't really say the same. Like, I can't.
No, I mean, you have your Drakes, man. You have your Drakes, you have your Weekends.
But how often does Drake drop? Before this year.
You're right, okay.
Right?
I see the point you're making.
How often does, like, you said The Weeknd does 80s cocaine music now.
Weeknd's tough though.
He's tough, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I get the point you're making. I
guess what I'm trying to say is like,
you're making a wholesome point.
when a female, like, when the City Girls came out with that shit, even niggas was bumping to it.
Yo, facts.
People make remixes. C-Boy with it.
Miami.
I remember niggas used to be like, yo, I remember, let me tell you, bro, Bodak Yellow just dropped.
Oh yeah.
This shit, let me tell you, when Bodak Yellow dropped, bro, we was in the club. Bro, see, little bit, I'm sitting there like,
Let's
Niggas is in here like, these is red bottles, these are blood.
in the beginning, I'm sitting there.
like,
I got a video of this nigga.
And then all of a sudden, that shit, moved you. I was in there like, oh,
Yo.
this shit caught on, nigga.
Yo. Nigga.
But I see the point you're making.
Yo, if we get 100 likes on this video, I'm gonna drop this video of this nigga jumping in the club, bumping the Bodak Yellow.
But that's what I'm saying. That's when I realized, like, for me, when a female artist now like comes out with shit, like, it's great energy. My whole point is the energy is like, regardless of what it is, that's what I'm about.
I mean, the point you're making, I'm starting to think about, like, even like, you know, like for someone that we receive, you know, for a short time Pop Smoke, Nicki really kind of put Pop Smoke out.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Like the single that put Pop Smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Nicki, like, that's when people are like, yo,
Cardi remix.
yeah, people are like, yo, who's this? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's when, no. People,
Commercially, yeah.
Yeah, people that
commercially do it. Like, these on the street started. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. People that do not do.
I heard Welcome to the Party, just a side note. I heard Welcome to the Party at the club, bro. This nigga, my other boy, shout out Moses. You know I call you Moses, baby. But both them niggas were in the club. And they turned up to it, and I never heard some shit like that before.
Like the first time,
It was weird to me, like, because I was sitting there like this, like,
you never heard it before.
what the fuck are y'all jumping around for? Because I couldn't get the beat. And then when I heard that shit again a couple more times, I was like, oh, nah, he got one.
Yo, the first time I heard like Welcome to the Party, I wanted like Pop Smoke and Nicki to do a whole like record.
No, I'm good.
Like, no, I really wanted it. I really wanted it. Like,
you know what's crazy? That the Nicki version, like you said, put him on commercially, but niggas don't bump that one, bro.
At all.
At all.
that's the thing. That's
You know what I mean?
because Pop had his own lane. You know what I'm saying? He just needed someone to bring.
If you gonna put up to the part, you're not playing the remix, bro. You're not playing the Nicki Minaj remix.
Yeah. The Pop Smoke is, but my point I was trying to make is like the whole thing you're talking about women. R&B artists, like they can do things like that. Where Pop Smoke is a hot artist, but it took someone like Nicki to introduce.
Yeah, and that's what I mean.
Different, like,
if you put like motherfucking City Girls when they had that run, bro. What? How did that one go?
Real ass bitch.
Yeah, fuck. Yo, I don't care who it is, bro. If you in that club and that shit go on, like, bro, if you was in the club during that time, I don't care if you could have been the hardest. Bro, I see gangsters. You be climbing like this. I see gangsters like the club go up when that shit go on.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the energy.
Shout out to the club, bro.
Shout out to the club, man.
We really miss the club.
We do. Yo, bring it back, bro. Obviously when we get whatever we get. After y'all niggas get the vaccine,
y'all niggas run
I won't be getting the vaccine. But yeah, so back to female energy, like for me hearing WAP, I'm like, yo, regardless of what it is,
WAP stand for?
Wet ass pussy.
I just want to make sure.
When I heard that shit, I'm like, yo, regardless of what I think about the record, it's good because it's good energy. And especially during a time like this, good energy is like a plus.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I love it for what it is. I take it for what it is. But shout out to them for real. Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion going through what you went through and having a hit record. Cardi B, I love seeing the female artists that are in the same space getting along and linking up, because people try to like, we try to pin Cardi against Nicki and all this shit, but like to see them like, nah, like we fuck with you, like let's get on the song together. It's okay, like we can both be big together, bro. There's a space for both of us. I fuck with it. Shout out to them. Shout out to Offset, cause you know, just shout out to Offset. I fuck with Offset, nigga funny as fuck. Especially now, like seeing him like transition from like the bando trap nigga to what he is now, being a father and shit like that. It's just funny as fuck.
That's just so funny.
Yeah, bro, he was really a bando trap nigga before.
Like I said, bando.
Yeah, that was really Offset, the whole Migos, and seeing them now, seeing them all now. Even Sweetie got that song, Sweetie, is that her name? Sweetie, whatever. But she got that song, Tap In. That song hard. That song hard. I fuck with that song. And shout out Quavo for backing that. And like you see Quavo doing like the little like interviews now, doing the 52 questions shit.
Right, yeah.
And I never thought I'd see that side of niggas.
GQ shit.
Yeah, GQ. Yeah, I never thought I'd see that side of niggas because like they went again from trap niggas. These are the niggas that make fight night. And Versace.
Oh, but Versace was like,
and when we take drugs,
Drake jump.
Ooh, yeah, to now seeing them become like family man. I love seeing that. And then the other one's going through some shit right now. I think some shorty is pressing charge against him for rape.
Damn. Take off?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a thing.
Man, that's
what did Cardi say? Russell Simmons wanted to pray for me too.
He better take off.
Russell Simmons wanted to pray for me too. I'm gonna pray for him because he got me too.
Right. Yo, that's that Yee energy, man. I'm telling you, Yee is not going anywhere. I'm just letting y'all know on the side note.
But yeah, man. So like, shout out to them. That's my only take on that. That's my last take on that. And then leave goddamn Kylie Jenner alone. She's in the video. She looked great in the video. Can we just be honest? She looked great in the video.
Get over here.
Okay, I see. I was really honest.
He said it earlier. Shout out to who? What did you say? Shout out to?
But.
Travis Scott.
Shout out Travis, bro. Travis Scott.
Travis has something to say.
Shout out to WAP, man. Shout out to all the wet ass pussies in the world. Shout out to all bad love, bro. Bad love. Like at the end of the day, it is what it is. Hey baby, I love you. Listen, this night.
Wow. It's not like that. It's just for the show. It's
just for the show, babe. It's just all jokes. It's all jokes. Strictly jokes. What is it? This is comedy hour. Listen. Lastly, and most importantly, sports. Who? Playoffs are starting.
Yeah.
A lot has happened. Biggest thing for the NBA, we'll go with NBA talk. Biggest thing for you in the bubble, man.
The biggest thing for me?
Yeah.
Terrence.
Like, what shocked you?
I've seen this name tweet up putting some stuff about Terrence, man.
Oh yeah, shout out to Terrence, man, bro. That's really the homework there. The Suns going 8-0, bro.
Yeah, I did not see that
What
shit
the
coming.
fuck?
Out of nowhere. They started playing. Because I'll say this, in the beginning of the season, I watched them a bit because I had one of their players on fantasy. I think it was Aiden. No, it wasn't
No,
Aiden.
I hate it.
Yeah, you had Aiden. I had somebody on their team. So I watched a couple of their games. And I was like, man, like, these niggas is hooping. Like, they hit threes. They got Sark in threes. They look good. They got Rubio now. And then after that, you know, young teams, they fell off.
Yeah.
So then, like, seeing them, like, really, like, bust ass.
Like, they was really killing niggas, bro.
Bro, the little point guard from, I think he was played at West Virginia. The ball head nigga.
Oh,
Javion Crowley or something like that?
No, what's that name? No. I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about. I forget.
He could not shoot before.
Yeah, he got like a little beard.
Yeah, now he's cash, bro.
Yeah.
He's cash.
Oh, yeah.
Cameron Payne revived his career.
Yeah, he came back.
Cash. And like, you got all these players, so yeah, I definitely would agree.
Now, the Suns definitely shocked me, bro. I was
Yeah.
Like, and I never really watched too many Suns games. Obviously, like Devin Booker, who's obviously Devin Booker. You know, we know Rubio's, we know what Rubio's about. We know Aiden a little bit, but like collectively, like they're actually looking like a pretty strong team. Like I'm not gonna lie, like they're still a young team, but I like what I saw when I was watching.
I think the future's bright. I think the
Yeah,
future's bright for them.
for sure.
Biggest disappointment.
Biggest disappointment, the Pelicans.
Yeah, that was just nasty.
The Pelicans, bro.
Zion's not doing his thing.
Fat.
It's not even that. It was just like,
Yeah.
what happened to y'all? Like y'all, like they caught a stride at the end of before the NBA shutdown. Like they were actually winning. Like they were winning some good games. Fucking what's his name? Ingram was balling.
Yeah.
Zion was obviously doing his thing. Who else they have?
Don't fucking say it.
I'm not listening. I was gonna say even Josh Hart was like.
Yeah,
he was hooping too.
That's
Like,
it, like, okay.
Josh Hart was hooping.
Don't fucking say it.
We don't. Anyway, I was.
Nigga shot 2.4% from the field,
I'm
bro.
dead. Nah, nigga Lonzo ass.
Bro, come on, man.
Lonzo's ass.
Come on, man. How dare he be like, look at my stats next year. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, bro.
They needed you in the bubble.
Yeah, the Pelicans disappoint me. I hope they do better than what they
What they
did.
did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I think the biggest disappointment for me is definitely the Kings.
The Kings.
I thought the Kings would be better than what they are. They got the talent to be better.
They do, but it's like we look at the Kings, right? Like you got De'Aaron Fox, you have Buddy Hield, you have Marvin Bagley wasn't even playing.
No.
What's the other dude's name?
Valencia, whatever his name is.
But-
Balenciaga.
Bielitsa. This is not bad. He's just Balenciaga. But no, Bogdanovich. I like Bogdanovich. He's tough. He's cool.
Okay.
But like they're not like I look at those guys like they're all scorers, but none of them are really like
That nigga.
like for the
But
team. De'Aaron, he is, but he's not though. Like he's
And Buddy, we know Buddy get buckets.
we know Buddy get buckets, but Buddy's not. But Buddy don't make the team better.
Buddy make the team better.
No.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Get his teammates better or make
Get his teammates involved,
okay.
bro. You know what I mean? Like they don't have. But besides De'Aaron Fox, they don't have someone like that.
But in terms of getting
like playmakers, bro.
the team is better because of Buddy Hield.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay,
You
I just
can
want to make
know
sure.
that.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm saying like they don't really have like a playmaker like on the court.
Lou
Like
Warren fight?
who? Lil Wayne?
Yeah, is he fired?
What was it? Second year or first year?
I think this is his first.
First year?
Yeah, I think.
Probably second.
No, you know this is year two.
Second year.
This is year
Yeah.
two.
I think they get one more year.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they get one more year.
Okay. Alvin Gentry get fired. What you think?
Oh, that was tough.
I
I didn't expect that.
love that.
I didn't
I don't like a black man losing his job.
I did not expect that at all.
But I
I
thought it was the right move.
thought no, bro. I think they would at least give it another year. Like I said, they were catching a stride. If the
Bro, you did 5 years there.
bro, but they just got Lonzo. I mean, they just got fucking Zion, bro. Like Bro,
What have they done?
Bro, they just got Zion. Fucking Ingram is now starting to become his own. Like, that's that dude. Bro, I'm not saying they haven't, like, obviously they haven't done shit, but.
No, I'm saying, like, okay, there's a thing in sports, right, where they say,
I said this, I thought they would give him 1 more year, bro. I understand that.
and I think
I understand that. I thought they would give him at least 1 more year. Get him a full season with that squad, and we'll see what they do.
in an elimination game, you give
Bro.
20 to a G League Spurs team. Albie wasn't there, bro. Right?
I mean, listen, I don't know, man. I mean, listen, bro, I don't know. And again, like, they was fucking with Zion's minutes. I don't know why. Okay, obviously Lonzo
He's
shit
fat. That's why he's fucking fat.
Lonzo
fat,
shit
fat.
bad.
I think they start to feel like
He's a McNugget.
Oh, you know he
Yeah.
definitely is,
He's
bro.
a chicken McNugget.
Yeah, I need to body you.
I will. He's a
That nigga
fat
will eat
man.
you, bro.
He eats everything else.
But no, I would definitely up to give him at least 1 more year. Give him a full season, run a free, and see what the niggas do. And if they don't make the playoffs, then you kick them to the curb. But I thought it was a little premature.
Listen, 5 seasons, dog. I'm kicking that.
I thought it was a little premature.
Immediately.
5 seasons, but
I'm kicking this nigga
Yeah,
out.
alright.
That nigga going.
with who?
That nigga going to gumbo by himself.
Nobody.
Nah, they gotta get somebody for sure.
I'm saying he had no one.
Who?
Alvin Gentry.
Alvin Gentry had that. Yo, he had Anthony Davis and could not do anything with Anthony
Bro,
Davis.
but we know about Anthony Davis, bro.
Oh yeah, we do.
We know about Anthony Davis, bro. Come on, man.
Listen. That's all I have on the sports talk. I think for me,
No. Let's talk.
okay.
What you think about the new bubble rules for the playoffs?
Oh, with the host?
Yeah, sir.
You know that the shit's for the host.
It's for the host.
So for people who don't know, there's a visitation rule that they just changed. So before it was like exclusively like cut off, nobody, no visits,
No visits.
anything like that, because obviously there was some COVID. So now they opened it up a little. So they changed the rules. I don't know why they did this, but
It's gonna fuck everything up.
because they want people to really come in and out, you know.
And so pretty much for the playoffs, they realized, okay, there's gonna be teams that's gonna be here for a long time, up to 3 months.
yeah.
Let's allow them to like have family and long-lasting, established relationships, quote unquote, is what they said.
Yeah, they want people to come in and out.
Yeah. This is the bubble.
Shit.
This is the bubble. I think it's a bad idea. Just simply because like they've been so successful so far with all their testing and all the players being corona free and pretty much anyone in the bubble being corona free. Like they've been doing so well. Like why switch it up, change that, and mess it up? I understand they have their protocols with it,
Okay.
but at the same time it's like you for stuff like this you just never know. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. You just never know.
Well, I feel like at the end of the day, this is done for the host.
No, it's nothing for the host.
That shit for the host, bro.
There's a video on YouTube. They're talking about.
Stop it.
They're talking about all
people
the.
to come in and out.
They're talking about all the NBA players, like girlfriends, like who they dating, like outside. And which one of them will be pulling up to the bubble, bro? It was like the funniest shit ever. Cause you obviously know NBA players, they're dating the same bitches, bro.
We all know y'all doing
Yeah, bro, the same bitches, bro. So they're like, cause you know how it's a campus, niggas be walking around each other's,
Their shorty?
Yeah, it's like niggas walking around their shorty, and then you see Ben Simmons over here. Ben Simmons didn't clap shorty like a year ago.
Instead to see a roster.
That was
Yo, that
hilarious.
shit
That was
is
raw
crazy,
stuff.
bro. Now the way the niggas move is wild.
Bro, it's crazy.
You start to see a roster. You start to have that feeling where you're kind of like, we're just friends.
That shit's crazy, bro. But nah, man, it should be exciting.
It's gonna be exciting. Like I said, I'm rooting for everybody. I hope this shit stays. NBA, I just want to say y'all did a fantastic
Yo, who
job.
you rocking with quickly before you kind of close
Who
up?
I'm rocking with, like the team. I'm not going to say Warriors aren't there, but the team I think that's gonna win is the Clippers. Now that's not my team, but I think they're gonna win the whole thing. I think they're the most talented team from top to bottom, and then their bench is fucking.
You're ruling the king out?
Who?
You're ruling out the king?
I never rooted rule him in.
Which means you rule him out.
I never thought that
Oh
they
man,
were gonna win.
even if
No, not even the faintest. The moment they said Kawhi Leonard and PG went to the Clippers, and then I saw what the Clippers had last year, and I saw who this coach was, and I was like, yeah, okay, it's pretty
with
much
the addition of like the young.
Bro, this is Frank Vogel versus Doc Rivers, and Ty Lue as an assistant. That's all it is. Simply, they're going to figure out a way within 7 games to beat the Lakers. Fuck it!
If they stay healthy.
If they stay healthy, of
If they
course.
stay healthy.
Of course. That's all it was up
You
to
agree to him.
If they stay healthy. No.
Oh, yeah.
The Houston Rockets are gonna win the chip.
Oh.
That's
No. But we know why you're saying it. Because you like a certain baller on the team.
bro.
Because they're gonna get this nigga out.
Bro, the Houston Rockets are gonna win the chip, and now we can put that on wax.
Because of one baller on the team. We all know who.
Y'all heard this dumb shit.
We all know who this dude likes. That's why he's in the Rockets.
If we're being honest, bro, that's who I'm rooting for.
I mean, yeah, respect who you're rooting for.
That's who you're rooting for. But my question is, apart from who you're rooting for, who do you think?
I just told you, bro.
So you're rooting for them, and you think they're legitimate?
Absolutely.
Oh, this nigga lying.
That's Handel's hot take. That's Handel's hot take. He's a true
Bro,
fan.
just put that on wax, bro. The Houston Rockets will be the
What time
2020
is it?
NBA
What time is it? Put that on wax.
Put that on wax.
Put that on wax.
Listen. Episode 3,
That's a big
season
ass
5.
And then
Where's the mom?
right there.
On the window? Outside? This shit better be outside. That's just outside, right? Episode 3,
No.
season 5.
See, you got that.
Come on, dog. Episode 3, season 5, bro. Come on. Shout out to everybody that's listening in. We have some major announcements coming. Website should be up soon. You know what I'm saying? So just be on the lookout. Shout out to my mama, like. Shout out to Pops.
what happened to guests, man? I thought we were getting like a guest.
Oh, don't worry, that's coming.
Alright.
Give it time.
Alright.
Can't give it
Gotcha.
too much now.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But shout out to all the beautiful women in the world. Shout out to my baby girl. Shout out to my future kids.
I was about to say that.
Shout out to
See y'all niggas see?
They knew to put it on, baby.
It's
It's
one live.
Oh yeah.
Follow us at TTW4_podcast. That's TTWFO_podcast on the IG. SoundCloud, pretty much the same thing. TTW4FOUR. You'll be able to find us. Twitter, same shit. Yeah. And last but not least, as always, stay tapped in. Yeah.